I'm Donna Herridge. I'm the Executive Director of the Municipal Finance Officers Association, or MFOA. This was actually a session specifically related to some change in legislation, but the next couple of days will be the wrap-up and letting the membership, earlier today we let the membership know some of the things that we've done over the last year, and as well what we're looking forward, what they can look forward to going forward for next year. The rate of change and also what we can do to help them. There's legislative change. There's changes coming through on the PSAB legislation. There's some changes coming forward that we want to prepare them for actually 2021. So really looking ahead and actually supporting them as we go through the next year. So we have a strategy in-house. It's called the Yell and Tell. So it's trying to talk to the province. Really, the Yell part is talk to the province about unintended consequences. What's going wrong? What can we do? Or what are the potential consequences? And then the next side is really the training about what we can do to support municipalities as the change happens. Giving them advice, giving them training, education about what's going on and how they can implement it in the best way forward. Well, you're right. We do have an incredibly diverse community. I mean, our largest member is almost 3 million population. I think our smallest is 3 to 5 people. But the needs, when you look at the sector, they're really responsible for delivering the exact same. A financial statement in the City of Toronto is the same as a financial statement in a smaller community. And our role is actually to provide support. And that support may be different. Oftentimes the City of Toronto and some of the larger municipalities and regions actually help us by doing policy work and having the additional resources. The smaller ones, we're looking more at direct hands-on tools, templates, that sort of thing to really benefit the members. Yeah, right now, and this is actually a program that was funded by the Ministry of Infrastructure. And we call it our AMP It Up program, and what it does is provide direct consultants that actually go into municipality. They work on the asset management plan. So what they do is they look at what the municipality has done and then try and tell them what their next steps are, because we want to build communities, we want to build capacity, we want to have better information. And this consulting group, it's actually a series of consultants, actually help municipalities determine what are the next steps. How do I improve? How do I get to be a better person? Because asset management is such a huge part of long-term financial planning in a municipality. It's a large proportion of the assets. Energetic. In fact, I've got an incredible team that's incredibly passionate about what we're doing. But one of the struggles we do actually have is how do we say no? And we're involved in a strategic planning process with our board to actually look at what are the needs, how do we address it, how do we have issues, how do we communicate. It's a very, very wide encompassing scope, and hopefully at the beginning of 2020 we'll be able to bring that out a little bit to our membership. It's a very, very high energy group. Oftentimes you go home sometimes hoarse at the end of the day because our membership is so active. They're very, very passionate. I was surprised. We had sessions at our conference on an afternoon, Thursday afternoon in Huntsville, gorgeous weather, and they're packed. Mm-hmm. In fact, we had to almost kick one group out so we could get in at 4:15 to 5:15. So yeah, they're very, very engaged. And I think that you get that energy from a lot of the people, and a great opportunity for networking. As much as technology is changing, it's really people's face-to-face. It's that networking, and I think that's what we really support. And when I started out coming to conferences 20 years plus ago, it was really getting to know, because when you have a problem, because there's so many municipalities, the odds are someone else has had that problem and has options on how they solved it and how they worked through that problem. And I think that's one of the big benefits of being at our conference and some of the events that we do. We really like to have people networking. And that's one of the approaches we're taking, is when something comes up, is getting people, a community practice, getting people working together. Conference calls. Sometimes when they started doing it earlier this year, when the budget was first brought out, crickets. It's very quiet, but the municipality's getting to understand what's expected, and it's really an information sharing. Because as I said, they're diverse and they're different, but they also have some of the same needs and issues and can use the same solutions.